From today onwards, we are starting with the subject Principle of Management. So, in our first module, what we have is Objective of Nature of Management, Introduction and Definition of Management, Features of Management, Functions of Management, Importance of Management, Administration and Management, Managers. In this, we are going to learn different level of managers, functions of manager, role performed by manager, and then we'll have the summary and exercise. Okay, so this is our first unit number 1, nature of management, and all these are the content in this unit number 1. So next what we are going to start is the objective of management. Okay, the purpose of objective, the objective of this unit. Okay, why we are going to learn this unit and what exactly we are going to study in this unit. Okay, so the purpose of this chapter is to introduce you to the field of management in business. In this respect, this chapter will introduce and define management, discuss the feature, functions, and importance of management. The difference between administration and management will be explained in detail. Finally, the chapter will end with discussing the concept of manager, manager functions, and the role played in running the organization. So, this is the objective of what we are going to learn in this unit number 1. So, introduction and definition of management. So management is a universal phenomena. Okay, so it has an application all over the universe. Okay, so whatever we do in our day-to-day life, we have to manage things. Okay, so management is a universal phenomena. It has a universal application. It is a very popular and widely used term. All organization, business, politics, culture, or social are involved in management, because it is a management which helps and direct the various effort towards a definite purpose. Okay, so according to the Harold Kuntz, management is an art of getting things done through and with the people in formally organized group. It is the art of creating an environment in which people can perform an individual and can cooperate toward attainment of a group goals. According to F.W. Taylor, management is the art of knowing what to do, when to do, and see that it is done in the best and cheapest way. Okay, so here the two definition of management is given according to the Harold Kurz. This is the two most important definition. First one is a very simple. Management is an art of getting things done through and with the people. Okay, so it is done through and with the help of the people in formally organized group. Okay, so you have to formally organize the management group. Okay, it's the people which you have to organize and you have to get the work done by them. It is an art of creating an environment in which people can perform an individual and can cooperate toward attainment of a group goals. Okay, so we can achieve one goal. Okay, so it is done with the help of a group. Okay, so when we talk about the management, we are talking about a management role in a various business organization. Okay, so it is like a attainment of a group goal. Okay, so this is the first definition. The second one is according to F.W. Taylor. According to F.W. Taylor, okay, management is an art of knowing what to do, when to do, and see that it is done in the best and cheapest way. Okay, so according to Taylor, what is the management is an art. Okay, so management is a something very creative. Okay, so it is an art of knowing what to do, means we should know what exactly to be done, when it is to be done, and see that it is done in the best and cheapest way. Okay, so it is not like that you have to do thing and it will be expensive. No, but you have to find out the means of doing the thing in the most cheapest way. Okay, that is basically management. So these two are very important definition. Okay, the next is management is a purposive activity. It is something that directs group effort toward the attainment of certain predetermined goal. It is a process of working with and through others to effectively achieve the goals of the organization by efficiently using limited resources in the changing world. Of course, these goals may vary from one enterprise to another. Example, for one enterprise, it may be launching of a new product by conducting market survey, and for other, it may be the profit maximization by minimizing cost. Okay, so management is what purposive activity. There is some purpose behind every activity, and that purpose is to attainment of a predetermined goals. Okay, so everybody has a goals, whether it is an individual, it is a corporate or a government organization. Everyone has their goal and everyone is working toward the achievement of the particular goal. So it is said that management is a purposive activity. It is something that directs group efforts toward the attainment of certain predetermined goals. It is a process of working with and through others. Okay, so we have to work with the people because work is done by the people and through the people. It is a process of working with and through others to effectively achieve the goals of the organization by efficiently using limited resources in the changing world. Okay, so as you all know, we have very limited resources. Resources are not available in abundant. Okay, if it is available also, we have to we have to pay money for it. Okay, so money is again the, or capital is again the limited resources. Okay, so we have to manage, we have to organize everything with the help of the limited resources. Of course, these goals are may vary from one enterprise to the another's. Okay, so whatever goals we are going to achieve, it will be different with the different organization. Okay, so some are willing to launch a new product. This is an example which is given. That some organization will be launching of a new product by conducting a proper market survey, and then they will come in the market because their goal may be customer satisfaction, and for certain organization it may be maximize their profit with the minimizing cost. Okay, so these goals will be different for the different organization. Okay. Management as a discipline refer to that branch of knowledge which is connected to study of principles and practices of basic administration. It specifies certain code of conduct to be followed by the manager and also various method of managing resources efficiently. Okay, so management is something which has to follow the discipline. Okay, we have to go with the discipline. Okay, you cannot be messy with your work. You have to follow certain rules and regulation, and you have to follow the principles. So you have to maintain discipline in whatever business administration works you are doing. Okay, so management as a discipline refer to what a branch of a knowledge which is connected to the study of principle and practices of business administration. It specifies certain code of conduct to be followed by the manager and also various methods for managing resources effectively. Okay, so there are certain code of conduct. Okay, so see, whenever we are attending our classroom lectures, so there are certain code of conduct. Okay, you cannot look here and there, but you have to pay attention what your lecturer are telling you or explaining you. Okay, you cannot just sit at the bench and look here and there. Okay, so that is a code of conduct. Or wherever we go to our college or say offices, we have a proper formal dress codes. Okay, so there are certain code of conduct where which we have to follow. Same way, whenever we are doing any management activity, we have to do it with the discipline. Okay, so any branch of knowledge that fulfills following two requirement is known as discipline. First, there must be a scholars and thinker who communicate relevant knowledge through research and publication. Okay. So whenever we follow certain disciplines, okay, there should be what? Certain scholars and thinker who communicate relevant knowledge through research and publication. That what should be your code of conduct? What are the behavior which you are going to follow? Okay, that is called as a discipline. Okay, then second one is the knowledge should be formally imparted by education and training programs. Okay, so knowledge should be what? Formally imparted by education and training program. Okay, so management is what? It is a full-time formal courses, okay, which is given to the various student. Okay, so it is has to follow certain disciplines. Okay, why we are teaching you the subject like management? Because you have to follow certain discipline. So whenever these two requirements are fulfilled in any discipline, in any courses, it is known as a discipline isn't followed. Okay, so management as a decision refer. Okay, so any branch of knowledge that fulfills following two requirement is known as discipline. Since management studies both this problem, therefore it qualifies to be a discipline. Through this comparatively often a new discipline but is growing at a faster pace. Okay, so why we call management is a discipline? Because this is fulfilling these two requirement, and any branch of knowledge that fulfill these two requirement is come under the disciplines. Okay, so there is a formal education to be taken to or to learn the management skills. So management is also referred as a discipline. Okay. Then it cannot be denied that management has a systematic body of knowledge, but it is not exact as other physical science. Okay, so see, this is what a systematic body of knowledge, but it is not exactly as other science. Okay, physical science like biology, physics, and chemistry, because there is certain cause and relationship in the in when we talk about the science like biology, physics, and chemistry. Okay, so there are certain reaction will be fixed. Okay, so if you do something, the result will be like that. But in management it is not like that, because management is depend upon the human behavior, and you never know which will react how. Okay, so you cannot say that management is a perfect science. Yes, it follows certain systematic body of knowledge, but you cannot call it as an exact science like biology, physics, and chemistry. The main reason of this inexactness of science of management is that it deals with human being. Okay, so management always deals with the human beings, and that's why it cannot be called as a perfect science. So human being here is a very important aspect. It is very difficult to predict their behavior accurately, so you never know how human will behave. Okay, since it is a social purpose, therefore it falls in the area of a social science. So we called management as a social science. Okay, so you always get questions in your exam like explain management as an art, management as a science, and management as a social science. Or you have to, there will be question like management is a science or a social science, or management is a science, explain with example or explain your view. That type of question can be asked. Okay, so so in that time you have to explain management as a management is not a exact science, but it is a systematic body of a knowledge, and it is not called as a perfect science because it is deals with a human being, and that's why it is called as a social science. It is a flexible science, and that is why its theories and principle may produce different result at different time, and therefore it is a behavior science. Ernest Dell has called it as a soft science. Okay, so Ernest Dell has given the management as a soft science. Okay, but when someone asks you what is management is a science or a social science, or explain it, this will be your perfect explanation for the same. In part 2, we'll cover features and functions of management. Till then, happy learning. Thank you.